Welcome back, everyone. It is Tuesday, June 24th in the MLB. And more importantly, it is Dinger Tuesday. We'll have our favorite home run picks in just one moment, but we also have three straight bets we love. As always, it is Austin joined by Logan recapping yesterday. A 2-0 day, Logan. Great work. Cardinals money line, about as easy as it gets. 8-2 victory. Braves Mets under 8.5. We love to see that. Two easy winners. The goal today, we got to do it all over again today, Logan. Before we dive into our props, though, like I said, it's Dinger Tuesday. Let's drop our plays. Logan and I each have our favorite play for Dinger Tuesday. And you know what? We're going to parlay them together. Use the FanDuel boost. I'll talk about my guy, which, man, I got deep in my bag for this guy. Not really. I was looking for a lefty in Coors Field. And there's a good one, and it's Shohei Ohtani. I'll back him. I looked at him or Max Muncy, but honestly, if I'm gonna go down with the Dodger, a lefty Dodger, I'm gonna take Shohei Ohtani in Coors Field with great weather against German Marquez. I think he could easily send 1 yard. I know his price isn't great, but that's the Coors Field tax, and it's in great heading weather. I'll take a chance on Shohei Ohtani getting the job done. Before I let Logan talk about Jackson Merrill, his pick, we will track this as a 0.1 unit play. FanDuel lets you do $10 max on this little profit boost. So $10, 0.1 unit, we'll do that, and hopefully we can cash this baby and win back 2 units to the bankroll. If this puppy does hit, Merrill and Ohtani go yard, we'll give away $50. All you got to go do is like the video and subscribe. And as always, we're doing our additional $25 giveaway. You guys just go down below, you comment your favorite person at a home run, and we'll go through the comments tomorrow morning, pick one out, and choose you and give you the $25. But without further ado, I'm going to let Logan talk about Jackson Merrill and get into his favorite pick of the day. Logan, why do you really like Mr. Merrill to send 1 yard?
Yeah, I mean, similar to your Ohtani pick, he's got a very favorable matchup today facing Trevor Williams. Trevor Williams is almost allowing a 400 batting average to lefties. So obviously, I knew that. I knew Jackson Merrill's a lefty. And I wanted to target a lefty that really knows how to elevate the ball, even in sort of a pitcher-friendly ballpark. I don't really care. Jackson Merrill, every one of his swings is to try to elevate the ball. I could see a home run to right field for Jackson Merrill today. Love that as my Dinger Tuesday. Hopefully pair with Shohei Ohtani, they get the job done. But I want to talk about my first pick, today. Yesterday, I cashed with the total. Today, I'm rolling with an over. Blue Jays and Guardians over 8.5, minus 118 odds on BetMGM. Now, I absolutely love this pick. And these two starting pitchers are liable, in my opinion, for 3+ earned run each to get us a long way to this over. We also have great hitting weather in Progressive Field. This is one of those ballparks that I always make sure to check what the hitting weather is like, because when it's hot and when we got favorable weather conditions here in Cleveland, that ballpark plays like a launch pad. There's a plus 17% home run factor and a plus 9% run factor overall, according to Ballpark Pal. So again, definitely one of the top 5 hitting places you want to target today. Let's talk about who starts for the Guardians today. It's going to be Logan Allen, 4.21 ERA, 1.48 WHIP. Now, Logan Allen faced the Jays back in May, went 5 2/3 innings, pitched 2 earned runs. Okay start there. Actually one of his better starts of the season. But there's so many metrics about Logan Allen that I can talk about that just make him seem like a pretty mediocre to bad pitcher, because he kind of is. When he has runners in scoring position and 2 outs, the gotta have an out situation, he has not been getting out of it consistently, allowing a 313 batting average. If the Jays can just get on base and reach, they're going to make this guy work, and he's very uncomfortable in situations like that. The Blue Jays are hitting very well versus lefties this month, 289 versus left-handed pitching in June. That's what I want to see from this lineup. If they're cold against lefties, there's no chance I'm on this one. But hitters are adjusting well to Logan Allen. 260 batting average second time through the order, 367 third plate appearance. Incredible, splits there. That's why you kind of see the Guardians manage Logan Allen. They know that third time through the order, hitters they have the ultimate adjustments. They know his pitch arsenal. His fastball run value is bad, 8th percentile. His breaking run value, 10th percentile. Off-speed run value is 39th percentile. Now you can kind of see why hitters are hitting him so well the second and third time they face him, because his pitch arsenal is not that deep and it's not that talented. I really think Logan Allen gets hit hard today. And then on the other side, it's going to be Eric Lauer starting for the Blue Jays, 2.29 ERA, 0.93 WHIP for Eric Lauer. He also has troubling metrics, and this weather specifically does not play to his strengths. I mean, he's 11th percentile in hard hit percentage, 5th percentile in ground ball percentage. All of those to say, if the Guardians elevate the ball with already hitter-friendly weather, they should be able to take this guy for at least one or two homers. And hopefully there are guys on base when the home run is hit, because I swear every time I pick an over, it's some solo shots is the best we can do. But the Guardians have been able to hit lefties better. The last four they faced 6, 3, 1, and 3 earned runs allowed. So pretty solid. They've been getting to lefties. They have not been letting them go complete game shutouts. Andrew Abbott comes to mind. Lauer also has still yet to go past 5 innings pitched in any start. They're kind of just managing him a little bit differently. You know, he's been going consistently like 4 to 5 innings pitched, and 5 in his most recent start. But again, we're going to see some Blue Jays bullpen, and let's talk about the bullpens. In June, Guardians 4th in ERA, Toronto 16th in ERA. But the Guardians bullpen is allowing the 5th highest on-base percentage, 344, during that time span. They've only allowed 1 home run during that time span, but that could easily change with the weather conditions today. Look, guys, I think the starters give us some runs, and I think in the bullpens we can get a little bit extra runs hopefully we need to cash this over. Love this as my favorite pick of the day. Bring the bats, boys. Do not strand any runners in scoring position, please. But Austin, what's your rolling with?
Yeah, I got 2 picks. I'll talk about them each. I almost considered parlaying both of them, but I'll drink a little bit of the juice on a Tuesday. I think both are going to be winners, though. We'll go back to the Cardinals game in a second, but first I'm heading out to Anaheim, where we're taking Garrett Crochet's under and hits allowed at 5.5 at -150. I don't like laying this much juice on a prop like this, but I don't really understand why this line's at 5.5. I mean, Crochet's typically a 4.5 guy. I honestly would have considered taking the 4.5 as well, but I'll take the 5.5 at -150. It was -160 on DraftKings. I actually looked at parlaying him for some strikeouts as well. I think he could get 6 plus, maybe 7. I think he's an absolutely carve this Angels offense, which has really struggled versus lefties, even facing some bad ones. Now they get arguably one of the best lefties in the game. I just don't see him putting 6 hits up on Crochet. Would have taken the under nerd runs, but that's at 1.5. Now, like I said, Crochet has been a beast this year. I'm not going to, harp too hard on it, but he's under this line in 12 of his 16 starts. The Angels are ranking 20th in batting average versus lefties in June, and they own the 3rd highest K percentage. We know Crochet, king of the swing and miss. We have him to lead the MLB in strikeouts, which is not looking too bad right now. We need him and Shohei Ohtani to lead in home runs, which isn't looking the worst for the parlay, which I think is like plus 5,600. But again, 10 of the last 12 lefties to face the Angels gone under this line. We saw Rodon. We just backed him against them. We lost that bet because, of course, Rodon gave up 3 solo shots, but solo shots are a friend here. Like, sure, you can give up a solo shot. That's not the worst thing in the world. Heck, walk a few guys if you want to. But the Angels, they haven't seen Crochet either, so that bodes well for us. I mean, Rengifo, Neto, and Ward have all seen him once. They all are 0 for 1. Like I said, Crochet is one of the best in the game. 77th percentile in expected batting average, hard hit percentage, ground ball percentage, 91st in K percentage. I don't get why this line's at 5.5. I think it should be 4.5, and I wouldn't be shocked if as the day goes on, this bumps down to 4.5. I'd still play that, but obviously if you could get it earlier in 5.5, I would take that. 4.5 still play for me, but I'd only play it for a half unit. We'll ride with Mr. Crochet. My second pick is actually going back to the scene of the W, where we had the Cardinals on the money line yesterday. Today I'll be fading them in a capacity, taking their first 5 team total under 2.5. A little bit juiced at -145 on Caesars, which is why I said I almost parlayed both these 2 picks to hit, which is about plus 180. At 182 on Caesars. But I rather just trust Jameson Taillon, who I think can go out there and pitch pretty well here against this Cardinals offense. Now, like I said, the Cardinals, props to them yesterday, and they had our back. They respected our money. We love to see it. But if you look at how they did it, I mean, how reliable is hitting 4 2-run homers? I would say not all too reliable, hitting 4 2-run homers. I mean, that's not going to happen all too often. And now the weather conditions aren't ideal for those. I mean, when you look at the weather, -8% home runs, -6% runs. Yesterday was favorable for that. And the weather's blowing in from right field, which is exactly where all the home runs went to. I think only Nolan Gorman's went to right center. The rest of the 3 were all pulled right down right field. So again, if they're trying to pull it there, the weather's going to be bringing it back in, which should bode well for us. And like I said, this is the Cardinals offense, which is kind of streaky, hit or miss. Taillon's been pretty good as of late, 3.8 ERA and a 1 whip on the season. He is coming off a pretty rocky start though. So I think he bounces back here. 5 earned runs to the Brew Crew in his last outing. If you look at his home road splits, you'd see his road ERA is a little bit higher than the home one, but I think that's heavily inflated by his first start of the year in Arizona against the D-backs, where he gave up 6. Look, cut the man a break. It was his first start of the year. Give up 6, but since then, his last 5 road starts have been really good. 2, 2, 2, 5, and 1 earned run. If he gives up 2 earned runs today, that cashes unless there's an error. But again, I really look at this, and the 2 splits I really, really like for Mr. Tyone, and I'll give them to you right now. The first one is Tyone, 182 batting average allowed to lefties. Why is that important? Because of the 4 home runs hit yesterday, all 4 were hit by a lefty. He's going to see a bunch of them in the Cardinals lineup today. My second one, runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Mr. Tyone, 0.056 batting average. I think they're 1 for 18 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. That's when you got to have it. When the Cardinals scored at least their first 2 runs, it was via a Newt Bar, 2-run homer, full count, 2 outs. Get out of those jams, and you'll have a pretty good job of not giving up a ton of runs. The Cardinals have seen him a bunch. I've seen him a ton, but the last 6 times he's faced them, this first 5-team total has cashed. Now, he has given up 3 earned runs, but that third one comes in the 6th inning. We don't care about that. I do like his under and earned runs, but I'd rather lay a little bit of juice on the first 5 because this is a guy in Tyone who can be very efficient, and he could be out there for the 6th. He could even go into the 7th inning if they're trying to get some length out of him. And as I said, the Cardinals have seen him a bunch. Here are their splits. Nolan Gorman, who was responsible for one of the homers yesterday, he's 3 for 14. Newt Bar, 3 for 11. Contreras, 4 for 21. Burleson, 6 for 15. Donovan, who I think had one of the homers yesterday, 7 for 19. All those 7 hits are all singles. And then Arenado, 11 for 25. Good splits. Of the 11 hits, 10 for singles. So again, if they want to pile up the singles, go for it. I don't really care. We just can't afford, the hit parade where it's 4 or 5 singles in one inning. I think Tyone can get out of those jams with that runners in scoring position stat. So again, I really like these 2 picks. Crochet's under and hits allowed, and Cardinals first 5-team total. I get it. They're a little bit juiced, but I'll take a chance on both of those. Our last pick of the day, Angels, the Guardians, and Guardians and Blue Jays over 8.5. And of course, we have our Dinger Tuesday play, Jackson Merrill and Shohei Ohtani, tracking it just as a 0.10 unit play. Let's hope the boys can hit some homers, get back almost 2 units to the bankroll. As I said, if both these guys hit homers, we'll give away $50. That would be electric to do. Just like and subscribe. Also, go down below. Let us know your favorite Dinger Tuesday play. Get in your bag. Give us some guy we might never heard of, or maybe a big name like Aaron Judge. Either way, we'll pick out one random person tomorrow. It's just easier if you pick someone that is no one's heard of, because when we sort through the comments, sometimes we sort through some random names. Right, this guy never hits homers, and if you called out one of those, you might have a better chance of winning instead of the 700 Aaron Judges we always get. But either way, those are our picks. We hope to have a great Tuesday, and hopefully we can build on that 2-0 day from yesterday. Go 3-0 on our straight bets, and if we get that Dinger Tuesday play, that would be electric. It's Austin Logan. We're signing out. I did post an NBA season recap yesterday. If you want to check it out, I'll link it on the screen. Go tap into that. We'll see if we run a ladder challenge today. We got to figure out some formula to cook up 10 straight winners. Logan and I will do our best to do that. It's Tuesday. Let's have some day. Let's see you back tomorrow. Peace.